Yes. Take it away. Welcome back to another episode of Interviews and Bullshit, where we interview people and bullshit. Today we have Rebecca Milhoan.
Don't say her name like that, you big perv.
What? So I'm big perv. Your dog is tongue punching my dog's ear hole.
No, he's just grooming him.
He's grooming him.
Your dog appreciates it.
Somebody's grooming somebody.
My dog is looking at Layla like, excuse me, this is private. Why are you trying to videotape this?
All right. We have an interview today with Rebecca Milhoan. I'm here with Martina McAtee, another author, and myself. We will interview them on the beaches. We will never shut up. I feel like Winston Churchill right now. Yeah, a bit. All right, let's get to Rebecca before this gets to me. Is eating his ass like it's his job.
Well, I'd yell at him, but he can't hear me because he's deaf.
That's true. Maybe that's the one simple joy in life he has.
I don't know. My dog looks sad.
That he's not eating his ass?
Well, maybe. He really does like to, groom.
He likes the groom.
He's a groomer.
Is that a top or a
Rebecca
bottom?
knows all about dog grooming.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so enough about Martina.
Speaking of dog grooming.
Yeah, so we have another guest. Welcome to another fun interview in our little podcast. And it looks like we have Rebecca back on. On.
Okay. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
That was kind of sultry.
You sound as enthusiastic as we do today.
I kind of got a "hey guys" out of that.
Well, that did not sound sultry. That sounded creepy.
I'm Vera DeMilo.
Oh, that's right. You both love drag queens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why don't you guys just chit chat about drag queens for 30 minutes?
They're awesome.
And go.
Have you seen Taylor Swift's music video?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 months ago when it came out, that's when all of us saw it.
I've only recently saw it because I don't listen to Taylor Swift. And the song...
Oh, he does now. He forced us to listen to 4 songs on the way home.
Don't judge me. I'll get T Swift on you. I call her T. That's right. We're like that.
Oh, my God.
He's now a Swiftie.
But no, I've been watching UK Drag Race. And
Ooh, I haven't seen that one.
well, it's the very first season ever. And you can watch it on the Logo app.
Free or do I have to pay for this?
Well, if you have cable or certain streaming services, it's free.
I wonder what those certain streaming services are.
I have to look into that.
You have both.
Don't mention any names because they're not paying us for it yet.
Right, I'm not going to.
No, if you guys want that name drop, you write that check.
Well, Logo
That's right.
a list of all channels, so
They would definitely sponsor you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would. But it's really good. It's probably my favorite version of Drag Race in the last probably 4 seasons.
So who are the judges?
It's RuPaul, Michelle Visage, Graham Norton from the Graham Norton show.
I love Graham Norton.
I know I have been watching him since I was probably 15.
Yeah.
And he's probably the reason why I like all the strange shit I like.
Fair.
And then they switched between him and Alan Carr, which he's a British comedian.
He's
and
really funny.
TV host, hilarious. And then they always have like one mystery guest on. Usually it's a British pop star.
They have those?
Yes.
No shit.
They stopped making them after One Direction. They just turned it off. They turned off the machine.
They're just like American pop stars, just worse teeth.
Not anymore. Not anymore. There are dentists in England now.
Somewhere Molly's going to listen to this and be like, that bitch.
Well, she's not from England. She was born and raised in Boston.
I know, but she's there now.
Her husband's teeth are perfect.
That's fine.
So is the rest of him.
But
That's pretty hot.
And actually I stayed up really late last night just so I could watch it once they put it up live, because it's live in Britain obviously, but here we have to wait. So
damn time zones.
I know,
Really
I hate
likes the
it.
drag queens.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about some projects that you might be working on right now?
Okay, well,
She's like, I was really just hoping we could just talk about drag queens, but all right.
damn it.
Well, I intentionally stopped it because I will talk about drag queens this whole time, and then we will never talk about book stuff. And we are obligated legally to talk about a little bit of book stuff because of our title, Martina.
Welcome to
Well-
bullshit and drag queens.
Well, I mean, RuPaul did have a book release this summer, so I mean, there's your book angle.
What is the name of RuPaul's book? Do you know? I
Not
imagine it's something sassy.
it is. Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
That's a long ass title.
That's what I'm gonna call mine. Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Hang on.
It's called
Let it all
Guru.
hang out.
It's called Guru.
Guru.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a inspirational book.
there's one that RuPaul wrote called "Let It All Hang Out." Then there's "Work It" by RuPaul, and then Guru.
Damn. RuPaul's
Yeah.
got a lot of shit out there.
That's
Just
right.
writing some books. Wow, "Let It All Hang Out." She wrote 95.
Unlike me, who has one book in progress and one tiny book that's out right now.
Girl, get right. And what are you talking to us for?
Tiny. Is it little?
It is very little. It's a short novella.
A short novella. It's 3 pages. The first page is the cover page.
So short, one might not call it a novella. They might call it a short story.
It's a paragraph. The end. All right, let's be honest. It was a Facebook post I wrote reviewing a restaurant for Yelp, and it was just
And now I'm famous.
that shit happens sometimes, man.
Shit goes viral. You never know. Shit, that chick who wrote that My Immortal fan fiction, that bitch has got a fucking book deal now.
Oh my god. We could all be so lucky.
Yeah, well, she claims that she's a much better writer now, which I hope, since she was 14 when she wrote it.
Is that how old she was when she wrote that
Mhm.
shit? Oh my god, that's so hard for me to write or read. Not right. It's so hard for me to write like that. She's such an
Like a
inspiration.
14-year-old
so-
girl?
So
No,
you're the real writer.
Yeah.
wait, which one's the real writer?
Shh, give me this one.
No, I won't.
Damn it.
I heard you telling those people that you were a USA Today bestseller.
You bet your sweet ass I was gonna tell them that shit.
It's just like,
Oh my
oh
god.
And you know what that got me? That got me free bagpipe lessons.
Stop and say that sentence again.
It fucking did. So I don't want to hear any of you bitches doubting what I do because I get shit out of it.
yeah, you got free bagpipe lessons from some old dudes in skirts.
Okay, so I can close my eyes and pretend they're drag queens. This is important to me, Martina. Let me have this.
So you want to picture old men in skirts, pretend they're drag queens, and blow on things.
Blow on their bags and pipes.
Oh yeah, there's that straight Zach we know and love.
It's a little
Just make sure you wear smudge proof lipstick when you do all this.
That's a good point. But then it doesn't come off. There was one time I took Layla's like really nice lipstick and drew all over my mouth and face with it. And then when she came home, I was like, "Am I pretty, mommy?" And then it took me like a half hour to get that shit off my face.
And did she kick your ass for using her good lipstick?
Yeah, she wasn't pleased.
Also, nobody wants to come home to find that their husband has been drawing all over his face with makeup, and the first thing he says is, "Am I pretty, mommy?"
I was channeling
Like,
my
if
Liza
that's-
Minnelli.
If that's your fucking way of flirting? Holy shit.
Should I have called her daddy? I'm kind of missing the point here.
I think she wanted to call somebody daddy.
Oh.
She's like, really, honey? Can't I be the girl
Damn.
one time?
Ah. So tell us a little bit about your daddy things. What's going on in your world other than you got the short, you had the paragraph that you wrote, and you're working on something now?
Yeah. So I this spring I co-wrote with Derek Bourne, who writes a superhero series, and I was the editor on that. And then he just said, "Hey, do you want to,
Build a
co-write this one?"
snowman?
Pretty much. And so I did, and then that character got really popular, the one I created, and it kind of snowballed from there, and people were asking, is he going to get his own book? Are you ever going to write any more about this character? And so right now that's what I'm doing. I kind of am doing my own spin-off thing with my character. And I'm a really slow writer, so I don't know when it's going to be done.
What's your goal? Do you have a goal release date for that?
I do have a goal release. I would like to release it in April of next year, just so it can
Well,
go.
if you were shooting for April this year, you're screwed.
Well, that way I can kind of, celebrate the 1-year anniversary of my first story ever being published and have them around the same date. So that's my goal. We'll see what happens, because in addition to trying to write, I still edit for Parliament House. I beta read, I alpha read, sometimes I blog. I don't even have time for that anymore.
Yeah,
And
it's for me.
yes, and I alpha read for Martina and sometimes for Molly.
Yes.
So I got a lot going on. And then I'm too tired to
You
write.
have shit to do, Zach.
Wow. Well, thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to talk to our piddly asses. Oh, I'm sorry. I mispronounced that. It's peddling asses, I guess.
Pandering asses.
Peddling ass. Hey, people need to know that we're best-selling authors, Martina.
Okay.
It's very important.
Speaking of, I finished the book, so you should have the last chapters when we're done recording today.
Yay!
Thank you for that phony enthusiasm. That's why I love you.
I really appreciate it. So take the mic by the base and choke that thing. What do you want to talk about?
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Well, you guys are interviewing me, so what do you want me to talk about?
damn,
Wow, that
that's
shit
right.
came-
What? She just fucking. It's just like, I'm sorry. That's not how interviewing works. She's like, I didn't call you.
I like giving people the opportunity to get shit off their chest and talk about whatever they want to talk about. That's the whole point of this. Is we spill
Okay.
that tea.
Well, I
You
forgot
have
to
some
add
stuff that's
that.
just really pissing you off. You want to just talk about?
No, I'll say I'm very excited about our writing retreat next October.
Yes.
Oh, that
Yes.
was fantastic.
Yes. We're all gonna go die in the woods together. Some fucking guy with a machete.
I think Layla, I don't know who's going to be the one with the machete. It's either going to be Zach or Layla.
It's gonna be John.
Yeah. John's gonna be the one who's gonna have lipstick on and just be like, "Am I pretty?
Am I pretty, mummy? Oh, John's our Liza.
Which I got an email this morning from the proprietor of the place we're renting, and I'm sad to say, for Zach and John's sake, the dock with the big slide is actually moved for the fall and winter seasons.
So people don't freeze to death and sue them."
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ew, but whatever.
I can still get in the water
Yeah.
and freeze my ass off.
because she emailed me and she's like, I'm so sorry, but I forgot to mention the dock gets moved in October. And I was like, thank God. Now I don't need an insurance waiver for everyone to sign.
I wouldn't have gotten that hurt.
Did you see how steep that slide was?
I mean,
And it's on a curve.
steep curves, that's what I'm all about.
Learning curves don't count, Zach.
Oh, damn. I got nothing for that.
You are really off your game today.
Oh,
you missed that
man.
Ricky Brocardo thing. Like,
Oh yeah, for those of you playing the home game, we're watching Joe Kidna.
Homicide Hunter.
Oh man, such a good show. Are you familiar with that show?
Yes. Oh my God.
If you're gonna be like, no, I'll be like, familiarize yourself with that show because that's the
She's
best
a true
shit
crime
ever.
junkie too.
Yeah, the only channels I watch are the ID channel and then the logo channel. So I like gay stuff and I like crime.
And that's why we're
Wow. I like gay people and dead people, and that's all.
And Zach's gay, and I like true crime, and together I might murder somebody. Like,
And I'll gay with them. I don't know. I'm not getting the line of connection of reasoning there.
she can hang out with us.
Oh. Wait, I'm gay?
Well, no, I said you like gay stuff. Well, did I? I don't know.
I
Maybe
think the
okay. I
Freudian
meant to
slip
say he
that Zach's
likes.
gay.
Okay, Zach likes gay stuff. That's what I meant.
Sure.
Wow, you and my wife both said that shit at the same time. In the same inflection. Sure.
I actually think Layla and Rebecca kind of have a similar vibe.
Layla is
Casual disinterest.
Are you,
Yeah.
you guys are vibing so hard right now.
she's
They even
my,
kind of look like they could be sisters. I think all
I was
three of
gonna say she's my sister from another mister.
Yeah, you guys look like you could be related, but you and I also look like we could be related.
Yes.
So by proxy, Rebecca and you and I are all sisters.
We're the weird sisters.
Definitely, we're the Sanderson sisters,
At least you're not the Scissor Sisters.
which is actually a bunch of dudes.
Right?
Hmm.
You guys are a bunch of dudes.
This is the worst interview ever. Sorry, we're really
We
phoning
just-
it in
we
today.
just wanted to
This is
hang
what
out with
happens
Rebecca.
when-
That's
this
what
is
we
what
wanted to
happens
do.
when we know the people we're interviewing.
I know, it's just like hanging out, like, what's up, bro? How you doing?
See that drag race? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that last episode? Totes did. Our listeners are totally happy they paid for this.
This reminds me of, back in the 90s when people still called people and you would talk for like 2 hours on the phone, but you really wouldn't say anything. You'd just be like, "Hey, what's up?" And then it would just carry on. And
I
then
remember that shit.
your mom would scream at you to get off the phone.
Or pick up the other line. Like, will you hang up?
Mom, stop it. Get off the phone.
It's nothing
Or
worse than trying to have phone sex when you're in high school and your mom picks up the other line.
Or when your
Or
sister
trying to have a
tries
conversation with a boy who doesn't know how to talk on the phone.
Yes, or when your
Oh
sister
my
tries
God.
to get on the internet and you hear that noise. So then you got to scream across the house, "I'm on the phone!"
Get off the phone. I'm trying to check my email.
Oh, man. Or hitting the flash button to call somebody else. Or star 67. Ugh.
Good times, good times.
So prehistoric now. It just seems
I
like the most crazy. I had a phone shaped like a Coke can.
Wow.
Even worse, I had such a nervous tick of chewing on my phone cord that I once ate an entire phone cord down to the wires, and my dad took my phone away for 6 months because he was convinced I was going to electrocute myself.
Damn, girl.
Yes, I would just sit there and I would just chew on the cord while I talked on the phone, and it just kept getting more and more bare, and eventually it was just wires coming from the phone.
It's like a corn on the
Receiver.
cob, like you worked your way down the
Well,
wire.
because it was like a thick plastic, so I would just chew it until I could get my teeth through it, and then I would just pick at it and pull it apart.
Don't eat the
I have an
phone,
oral
Martina.
fixation.
I can tell. You were probably very popular in high school.
No, I wasn't popular, but I was kind of a whore.
That's fair, I guess.
I mean,
Martina, our resident knob goblin. I remember it's funny having the flashbacks, some of that shit, and remembering.
so when Zach was a knob goblin.
Was. No, but I remember I was watching a movie. I was watching Scream 2, and
Such
fucking
a
the one
great
they were
show.
the guy calls the house, and they're in the theater and they're watching it, and the woman goes, "Hang up the phone and star 69 is ass," and I'm like, oh my god, star 69.
Yeah. But those movies are so classic now. But I remember seeing Scream 2 in the theater when I was pregnant with Mick. And I was just like, oh my God, this movie. I always thought those movies were just so ahead of their time. And then I go back and watch them, nope, these are right smack in their time. This is a 90s as fuck movie.
This did not translate at all to the future.
Nope.
None of this would have happened now.
No, it would have. His whole plan would have been foiled. They would have pinged his cell phone in 5 minutes, and that would have been the end of it. Oh no, it was that guy. Ah, fuck. The end.
I couldn't help but to notice that you updated your Facebook status to stabbing this bitch in the sorority house. Were you
Somebody live streams their own murder? It's that's the end of that.
We noticed that the killer was wearing a pair of gray Yeezys, and you own a pair of gray Yeezys because you put them on your Instagram. You dumb fucking idiot. This is what we've evolved to.
Yeah, exactly. But at least in the 90s, people tried to hide what they were doing. Now we're just like, murdering this hoe. A selfie. Like, people taking selfies with dead bodies behind them. Like,
Logan Paul, you know what you did.
Gross. He's disgusting.
Never trust people with 2 first names.
Never trust people with heads that big.
What the fuck?
That,
I got a big ass head.
but it's narrow.
So I have a long head?
Yes.
You have an oblong head.
Yeah. Like, you have a melon head, but Michaela has like a cassava melon. And yours it's more like a watermelon.
So mine's like a watermelon and she's like a football head. She's Hey Arnold is what your daughter is basically what I'm getting out of it. And I'm Harold.
Yes.
Layla is Helga Pataki. Holy shit. All right, yeah, this is working out so far. Who's the skinny kid that just mouth breathes the whole time?
Jordan.
Who's Harold?
I don't even know. Hey,
He's the fat one with his stomach always hanging out of his shirt.
That's me.
Oh, God. All right. Well, we're about hitting that time frame in the interview. So before we go, is there anything you want to declare to the world? Good luck and don't fuck it up.
Oh God. Yeah, I've started social media because I write under a pen name. It's Rowena Reed, Rede. And so if you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Rowena Reed. And then I'm on Insta at Rowena Reed 2019. And I have a Facebook group. And right now we just kind of hang out and post memes. Sometimes I ask questions about what kind of cover you'd like to see from me for when I actually get my book published. And that group is called Rowena's Rabble Rousers. And basically just type it in Facebook search and it all comes up because I think I'm the only one with that group name.
Oh, yeah. You know, you definitely are.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I don't think I could spell rabble rousers, to be completely honest with you.
Well, I have only's oubliette, and then I saw that meme the other day, and it's like, why is nobody talking about the fact that an oubliette implies that there's a much bigger oubli somewhere? And I just posted in my group. I was like, finally, my day has come. Like, there's a meme for us.
I never thought that shit would happen.
A proud day in your history.
I was really proud of it.
You should have done Only's Oral Assassins.
That is pretty good. Damn it, Zach. Where were you when I was naming my group?
Girl, you didn't ask me how to help you.
Pretty fitting, honestly.
Because all you do is slay. Like, I'm
changing the name immediately.
Can you change the name of the group?
Probably. Yes, you
don't
can.
know.
No, because remember
no, you can't, because
the one group I in, she misspelled Orlando.
Yeah, old Rando.
Old Rando.
That sounds like what you call the old pervert down the street.
Yeah,
old Rando. Stay away from that house.
Or it's like if people, send you UDPs. You're like, old Rando over there sending me his little pecker.
Little one.
Can I go ahead and say before we hang up that the word peckerhead needs to come back?
I guess you can say it. You just did. Where did that come from? Like, what are you talking about?
I the other day I was angry about somebody at work and I called them a peckerhead behind their back. It came from nowhere. And I'm like, damn it, that's a good one. Peckerhead. We got to bring that back.
I don't think it's that great. I think that's why it died.
It's fun to say.
I mean, I guess.
Peckerhead. You would have put on it. You would have hard P on the peckerhead. Hard P on the pecker.
I prefer twat weasel.
Twat waffle's a good one.
Twat waffle.
We do twat waffle. Or
I like to just mix it up.
one time Layla had she had this weird Freudian slip and she called somebody a twat sniff.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
And then she threatened to upper cunt a woman one time.
That would hurt.
That would be very painful.
Yeah, that is like
That's a
Un-
that's a
unwilling
cringe-worthy word.
unauthorized fisting. An
Unauthorized.
upper cunt would be unauthorized fisting. Flag on the play. That's an unauthorized.
Maybe that's
fisting.
where they got the name for lip smackers. All right, so we probably need to go. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing all your social media, you guys. She good people, so go check out everything that she just said.
Yes.
And yeah, and obviously you're fun because we had you back a second time. We got to have you back again.
Yeah.
Yay!
More funny stories though.
Yes, that foot story. We don't get funny stories submitted that much anymore.
Yeah.
We really want
Nobody
some.
tells any stories better than that mama wants to take pictures of your
Oh,
feet.
man.
Yeah, to be honest, that was my favorite story we've told so far.
And I actually talked to my friend who was with me, and she was like, "Yes, please tell that story all the time. It was the weirdest time in our lives."
No, those are the only thing that good that comes from those kind of things is that you now have a story to tell forever.
And ever.
And
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 ever.
ever.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
And I think we've all come to the end of this road.
All right, Rebecca. Well, thanks for coming by again. We would love to have you back.
All right, thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.
That was Rebecca Milhoan.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Thanks, Charlie.
My dog is voicing a complaint. What is the problem?
You want to speak to a manager, Karen?
He really does look like a disgruntled Karen right now.
All right, Martina, hit him up with the social medias.
All right, here we go. Everybody paying attention? Does everybody have their pad and paper
No.
and their pencil
Yeah, but I lost it somewhere.
Or pad and paper.
and their pencil? Okay. Facebook at Books and Bullshit. You should know that by now. The only people who listen are already members of that group. Instagram, Books and BS Podcast. Twitter, Books Bullshit P1. And TikTok, Books and BS Podcast. Zach, do the thing.
So, do you like what you hear? No, if you guys like what you hear, and we appreciate all love and support, but if you can go that little extra mile for us, we greatly appreciate it. Go check out our Patreon. We have tiers as low as $1 with all sorts of great shit that you will never see or hear of for legal reasons outside of Patreon.
We're cheaper than a cup of coffee.
We are much cheaper. I'm cheap generally, but we are much cheaper than a cup of coffee. So you'll get to see all sorts of great stuff, and it all goes to funding, our travel time for this thing because Martina lives forever away, our equipment, our subscriptions, all of it. I can promise you 100% of all proceeds donated will get spent.
Thank you.
Yep, not a problem at all. All right. Thanks for coming by, guys. It's been another interview.
Bye-bye.